It is Parker and the Man webcam time again on yournews.com, and this UFL thing, if you haven't heard about it, the UFL, not UFO, although that might be an accurate way to describe this thing. We have a new football league starting in October. It's called the United Football League, and they finally signed a big-time player. If you think that J.P. Losman of the Buffalo Bills is a big-time player, he was signed by the Las Vegas team, which is coached by Jim Fassel, who used to coach the New York Giants. Dennis Green is also a coach of this league. 7 teams. Jim Haslett is there as well. And I looked at their website, and I just kind of go over the UFL and how we don't need another new league. We've tried this number a few times before, and it just doesn't work out very well. Don't forget the old Michigan Panthers, led by Bobby Hebert and coached by Jim Stanley back, what was that now, 26 years ago, when the Michigan Panthers won the first ever USFL. That league lasted 3 years. The old World Football League, Gary Danielson played in that 2 years. Stuff doesn't work out very well. We had the AAFL a couple of years ago that never got off the ground and never played any years. So read all about that in the blog and the column on yournews.com, the Parker and the Man page. Also, Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony buying a stake in the Miami Dolphins. This new owner, Stephen Ross, he's owned the team since, I guess, Wayne Huizenga sold it a couple of years ago. It was like selling stakes and shares of the Dolphins to any actor, singer, celebrity that wants a share. Jimmy Buffett, wasting away in Margaritaville and wasting his money away, bought a share as well. It's not much, but man, the way some people are taking it is like Jennifer Lopez now owns the Dolphins. You know, it's not that way, and Mark Anthony ain't going to sing his way through it. But check that out too. Also, the Erin Andrews story just keeps rolling right along. You know, the guy who supposedly videotaped her in a peephole, naked. She was in front of a mirror in a hotel room. It's a crime, without question. I mean, she's a victim, and I mentioned that. But also, I mean, you got to stop the moaning over this thing and just, get it done, be done with it. But I think the more this lingers, even ESPN getting involved in this, she's worked for ESPN for about 5-6 years now. She's gorgeous, there's no question. And the images, if you ever see them, which you probably may not because they're hard to find, and any video you find can open viruses, supposedly. I mean, this is this is unbelievable. This is cloak and dagger stuff. But you're not even so sure if it's her. I mean, I guess it's her. But Erin, she's 31 and sideline reporter. I mentioned she's not the Queen of England, so this is not the worst thing ever, but it is a crime. There's no doubt about that, and that she should go to the fullest extent of the law to get the guy that did this to her. But even ESPN has banned New York Post writers from being on their television shows, from being on ESPN now, because they decided to go with some grainy images of the video of Erin Andrews naked in a hotel room. Speaking of videos, Jordan Crawford, the video of him dunking on LeBron James finally came out yesterday. If you didn't see it, go check it out. You can find that. I don't know. It wasn't very much. I mean, LeBron kind of half-heartedly got over to the side, and Crawford dunked on. It was a nice moment for Jordan, who's from Detroit, but hardly the worst thing that's ever happened to LeBron. As I mentioned, he saves the worst things for the postseason. He saves the egg of the face for the playoffs. And Tom Watson gets started at the Senior British Open. I don't know if it will have the same impact that the regular one did, because everybody that league's 59, or at least over 50. But I think for the first time in a while, the Senior Tour, the Champions Tour, supersedes and has a little bit more panache than the regular tour for at least a week with this. Of course, they're coming to the Buick Open next week, and nothing beats the Buick Open in Grand Blanc. So Tom Watson at the Senior British, can he duplicate, can he win, or will he be out of focus? That's the question you have to ask yourself. And if I can get myself back in focus, I can wrap it up by telling you, join us here on yournews.com, the Parker and the Man page. Hold on, let me get this back in here for you. Hello, people. There we go. Check it out early and often. Happy navigating to you. Check out everybody's writing on yournews.com. And don't forget to email us with your opinions. I am TV Boy at yournewsdetroit.com. Rob Parker, Rob at yournewsdetroit.com. There you go. The UFL and everything else. So check it all out. There you go. Happy days to you. And you know what? Let's get this rain to stop and get some sunshine back, can't we?